In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do text effects and add music to your page. I'll show you a preview of what this page looks like from how it was in my story. That's it, pretty fun. And now I will show you how we made that happen. I'm going to add a blank page in here as a way to show you how I did it, and also as a way how to show you to add a page. So if you'd like to add a page within the middle of your story, the page that you've clicked on will be highlighted. We come up here to the right, click the plus sign, and that will add a blank page in right below what you just did. Now the first thing I did to create my page was start with the background. Remember, all of our options are over here on the right. We go to backgrounds. There are many to choose from, and we could spend a lengthy time searching through. I came up to the top and searched in city. When I searched in city, it brought me up a lot of choices of skylines and whatnot. I knew I wanted something with a car driving in it because part of my story was talking about them driving. So I selected this one. You just click on the item, click back on the picture, and that will make the big sidebar go away. The next thing I did was start to add the text. First, we want to add the big word drive. Over here, we click the text function. All the way to the top, we select title. Click where it says add title and type in what you want it to say. Click back off of it. If you click on again, you can move it around exactly how you'd like it to be, and you can change it to whatever size you would like it to be. Over up here on the left, you can change the font, and you can change the font size. Now let's add the bubble of text we also had. All the way over here, click where it says text, and now we want a bubble. I didn't really want a bubble where someone was talking or thinking, so fortunately, they have this option of just a regular old bubble. And we'll move it around to where we want it to be. Click within it to start typing. So this is where you type more of your story. And once again, this can be adjusted by clicking off, and then you can click and drag it where you'd like it to be. Finding the corners, you can bring it out to the size you would like it to be. So let's do a preview of what this looks like now. I'm not sure why we got lucky enough to have music playing there, because if we go to our event graph here, there's nothing there. So what I think has happened is I do have the music set on repeat from my previous page. So I believe that it's just playing here, but I'm going to show you how we add that in nonetheless. First thing we're going to do is just change our text so that it fades in. To do that, we go all the way over here to our Functions tab, and we want to choose Play Text Effect. Click on the text effect. That will show up right here. Within the text effect square, right here it says typewriter, but I want to click on that and choose fade. Then the speed, you can choose for this to fade in slow, medium, fast. I want the text effect to come on the page start. So that will be over here. Remember, we do when things happen down in events. We want that to happen as soon as the page starts. Slide that over here so we can keep ourselves good and organized. Now, what is it that I want this text effect to be placed on? That is over here within our objects. Click on objects and it will show you whatever objects you've added to your page. I want the word drive to fade in. Click on the grid, it makes a big square go away. Drag your square over, whatever makes sense for your linear way of thinking, because now we need to connect all of these squares together. So our text effect, look where it says start. We need to connect it to where we want it to start. Click on the little triangle. The big triangle on page start grows even bigger so that it helps you know that's where you're trying to bring it. And what is the text object we want to do this text effect on? It is over here, the word drive. So we match this purple circle, click on it, drag it over to that purple circle. So now if we do a preview here, we see our word drive phase in. But our speech bubble was already here, so we want that to come in after the word drive. I'll show you how to do that right now. Let's click out of that. So we need to play another text effect right here in Functions, Play Text Effect. Drag this down so you can see it clearly. Now, this speech bubble, this text effect, we don't want it to happen right when the page starts. We want it to happen after the word drive comes in. So come down here, Play Text Effect, where it says Start. Click on the triangle there and drag it to the end of our first text effect because we want this to start after that. And what do we want our purple object to match with? Let's go over here to our objects and we can choose our bubble that we typed up right there. Drag it down beside and now we will connect our purple circles together. Now let's take a preview of what we've done. So drive faded in, and then our speech bubble faded in as well. Close it off. And you see how that faded in with a little bit of typewriter sound? That's because we have typewriter selected for that one there. Let's now go back, layout design, that will always take you right back to your page. I'm going to show you how to add the music and sound to your page. Over here on the right, we click where it says Sounds. Let me take you back to what the page will look like right when you click on Sounds there. So here under Music, there's a selection of tracks that play a little bit longer. You can select to repeat them. So for example, let's pick this track, Cute Acoustic. Click on it. You can play. Take a listen. Turn that down a little bit. Stop it when you're done. Now before we add a track in, I want to show you something here. See how that said one track? When I clicked on Cute Acoustic, it just gave us that one track to choose from. But if we scroll down here, for example, under New Land, there are 8 tracks here. So we click on the New Land, and it will bring up 8 different songs to listen to within here. So for example, Sleepy Town. A Fantastic Journey. Many, many options. Let's click to go back. If there's something specific you want to look for, you can click up here where it says Search for Sounds. This over here is sound effects, that if you want to add like a boing of a spring or specific something. So for example, we'll go to Spring Sounds, Bounce. So these are your options that will just give you one very short sound if you wanted to attach that when they click on an object, let's say. So for the purpose of this page, we're over here in Music. Let's just pick this cute one here and click the plus sign. That will add it. Now notice you get a message on the bottom. Use the Play Music function block. Go to Event Graph. Because this music is not just going to automatically play, we have to code it to do that. So we go back to our event graph. Over here in our functions, now what we want to do is find one that says to play music. So we don't want play sound effect because we didn't choose those, we chose music. Click on that square. So you'll see everything shows up here in the top left. You just drag it over where you want it to be so that you know this graph can be dragged over. So you can add infinite amount of things here. Play music, click right here where it says select a music, and it will show you the cute one that we picked. Click on it, and that is now selected. You can choose the volume to be played and if we want this to repeat or not. So in the case of this one, let's put false, just to be different. When do we want this to start? We want the music to start as soon as the page begins. So let's move this over so I can just access my triangle here. Click it up to page start, just like we did the others. So now if we click preview, we should have a whole completed page. Perfect, just like that. That's how we add some text effect and music to a page. Stay tuned for the next tips and tricks.